the song "The Fairy Tale of New York" by the Pogues and Kirsty MacColl. It's definitely something it's like a religious piece of music to me. It's something that has existed in that form. It feels like it's eternal, that song, and it's definitely deep in my soul somewhere. So I would say that one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I think if I can think of one song which is perhaps the greatest song ever recorded and written in terms of the song, the performance, the arrangement, and everything it represents culturally, would probably be I Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye, which is almost faultless in every aspect that you could attribute to it.
Yeah, almost or completely. Anything you'd change?
Well, you could always do something a little different.
Change the fruit?
I don't know.
Different kind of wine?
Yeah. I've recently discovered little Simz, who I've become very obsessed with. I think she's a brilliant artist, and I'm very excited for the career that's going to unfold in front of her.
Yeah, she's brilliant. I heard a new piece of music on the radio the other day, or it's new to me. It's a sort of modern piece of classical music, but using a lot of analog synths, and so it's something that was familiar to my ear because we always loved playing with synths and things like that. But it had a very avant-garde feel to it, and it's a piece of music by a man called Alex Groves, and it's one of those things where you hear it on the radio and you have to stop the car or stop your conversation or stop what you're doing and just listen, and it really drew me in. For me, it would be a song by Christy who is an Irish singer-songwriter, and the song's called Ride On, and it reminds me of home, but more my car, my parents' car, because it was always on the stereo when we were growing up on holiday. My home is piled high with vinyl and CDs and speakers, and so I think that's my home is really my kind of library and my archive of everything. So there isn't one. Hey Jude by the Beatles. There you go. Classic.
Well, for me it was the music of Motown, which was, to me that music is, you don't need to interpret it or try and understand it. It's just music that you feel, and makes you want to dance, or it just makes you feel good. And of course it was very driven by the bass and the drums, which is why I started music as a drummer and then very quickly moved on to bass. So Motown.
I remember hearing the songs of Queen very early on. I think their first greatest hits came out in sort of early 80s, wasn't it? And I remember listening to that record. My parents listened to it a lot, and it just sounded so exciting. It was thrilling, the amount of energy and theatricality. And it just, I didn't want to be a singer at all, but I just knew that something about what they did and what they stood for was really exciting to me. So I would say Queen.